A digital guide, so to speak.
Yeah, not as good as that one friendly invader we had a few weeks ago, who literally just guided us around while we were helping out Kutemok's goth girl for her first little dedicated stream.
Every other week, much to your entertainment. May there be memes aplenty deriving from it.
Oh yeah, especially the fact she wears the Crusader's helmet. Pretty much being, oh, what's a good description? Oh yes, a Crusader
A supportive
fangirl.
role.
I was gonna say, cosplayer or Crusader fangirl. I don't know which.
That, or switch to a goth girl being herself, wanted to give some positive reinforcement to the Crusader companion.
True.
Other than that, roll the dice, please.
Gotcha. Alright, the dice roll will determine, for those of you who know, who've been here before, the dice roll determines which character of Cuauhtémoc's long list gets summoned to assist.
From weakest to strongest.
Yep, here we go. The dice roll is out, and we have... Okay, I'm glad this number is not associated with, putting it mildly. What is the number? Oh, yeah.
0.
Friday. Because that would be... No one enjoys it when this number is associated with a Friday.
Come on, the suspense is killing us all.
13.
Well, that's a decent number.
But, like I said, no one likes it when it's involved with a Friday. Ooh, that was a quick drop on that guy. And on that guy. Wow. Clearing the path to this church in the south is pretty easy.
Just like coming through a desert.
In time to comb the desert! Sir, what? Are we being too literal? No, you idiot, we were told to comb the desert, so we're going to comb the desert. Found anything yet? Nothing yet, sir. How about you guys? Nothing yet, sir. How about you? We ain't found shit! We said that at the same time. Nice.
Well, simple. We have particular childhoods growing up.
Yep. And I found...
Alrighty. So, just to pinpoint your location, where am I transporting my character to?
I've just reached the site of grace known as... which one is it again? Oh, that's where I went to. Church of Pilgrimage is currently where I've just arrived at. And of course,
Altus Plateau?
yep, down in the south. I will activate the finger remedy.
Well, looks like I've yet to arrive there for my character.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what did the power of 13 bring us tonight?
I'll reveal myself soon enough. For now, I shall bring myself to a point of grace called the Tree Gazing Hill. Should be close enough to my destination.
Okay, that's where you're fast traveling to, and then you're gonna ride by horseback to my location? Or am I supposed to meet you over?
As best I can.
Okay.
The Church of Pilgrimage, is that anywhere near the bridge overlooking the forest? The Misty Forest?
Yeah, it's to the northwest of the Bridge of Sacrifice, directly... Well, so, yeah, northwest of there, directly northwest. To the right angle degree from Earthbore Cave.
Just a visual reference. Can you send a picture my way?
Alright. Stand by.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I got the same place I already imagined it to be.
Yeah. Message sent to you. That was fun when you're trying to coordinate, right, chat?
Less coordination and more like, hurry it up.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Okay, for some reason the picture is showing it. It just says img_2294.jpg.
You just got a what?
I am literally looking at a text format rather than a picture.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you what I'm looking at.
Boy, I gotta do this the old-fashioned bloody way. Okay, I'll try doing direct. Picture via Discord.
Oh no! Anyway.
Yeah, don't get me thinking on that one funny line from, Rick, what was it? Oh, yeah. Top Gear. How sad. Anyway.
No, it's oh no. Anyway. You gotta get the Cockney accent rolling.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat stereotypical for many a person whenever they hear an Englishman.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in a whole different section. You should have mentioned the Southern Peninsula.
Okay. Which...
I did say Altus Plateau.
Altus...
Yeah, that's where I thought we went last.
Yeah, and then... Well, this area, you know... where's my tongue right now? We hadn't finished off this area yet, and we already went diving towards the north. If you get
Now,
one.
part of my silence is I'm bearing witness into a dog probably dreaming about chasing squirrels.
Squirrel!
Just as a double reference, the password is still CD, correct?
Correct. I know definitely once our buddy gets here, after he gets off work, we'll be definitely able to have the firepower to cut through a more challenging area, which I know our lady friend from last night in chat will definitely, Miss Miranda would definitely be enjoying watching a challenge for us.
Well, here's hoping that our conversation stirred her to, like, I gotta check out this other thing. At least that's her executive privilege until more and more join under your Crusader banner.
Yeah.
Cheesy as that sounds.
Anything about this? The Black Templars kick ass and 40k.
That they are, but they're also misaligned with their intents and purposes.
Yeah.
As is every other chapter within the whole lore.
Yeah, and they're the one group that supposedly one person came up with a theory why they're allowed to have so many in their chapter as opposed to all the others. Because they never stop
The reason
crusading.
being?
They never stop crusading, and that's the whole reason. What's this concept of taking a break and rebuilding our chapter? We crusade on!
You don't see the sign still?
I do not. Activating.
Alright, laying down a new one.
Alright. Maybe I'll do our little trick to...
Yeah, nowhere near that T-posing statue that is the second husband of Queen America.
Yeah, I'm right next to the site of grace, so. Yeah, not. Yeah, big statue there. Let's take a look out. Let's look out the door. Next, the ghostly guy. Looking around for that magic sound. Do do do. Yeah, chat, there's one downside once in a while. Is that whole waiting for it to come through. No sign or sound.
Check a multiplayer password just to be safe.
It's still CD capital.
Let's change it to C and see what happens.
Alright. Remind Austin about that when he gets on. Reapplying strategy.
In the meantime, I'll look up the link that Mosley sent my way.
Weird.
I sent you that just for the funny. I met some psychotic people. He took the cake, and I heard about some experiments done on people.
Okay, it appears that that site of grace is not going to work for our location on this. So I'm going to proceed southwestward, see if there's any site of grace I can use over there. Old aristocrat cowl. Cute. Alright. Heading down southwest to see if I can find a site of grace that doesn't have an issue. Traveling on foot. Sanctuary stone. Nice. Oh, there's another church in the distance. To the west of Tomb Sword Ruins. Oh, great. And I just found a rat. And that was a quick clear. Okay. There's the ding of that wonderful little monastery. I think I found a cave underneath church. Wonder, is there anything fun in there? Well, let's find out, guys. Whoa! Shoot! Wolves and a knight. Or at least a big cavalry guy, because he got a big old sword. And quick slay on you, buddy.
Oh. Hey, Alt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the guy with the 311 season. Looks like I'm looking at this guy's stuff like, wow. This guy must have been playing since season 1.
And I just found a bunch of headless knight-looking guys.
You still don't see my sign anywhere?
Nope, didn't see it, so I ended up... Ow. Okay, stop pounding on me. Do I look like your girlfriend? But,
No, but that ass is tappable.
like I was saying, I tried, and then I went south.
Note, he's walking back and slapped her. Make it worse.
I went southwest to try and find another site of grace we can try and link at.
Fourth Church America?
Well, it's a church over by a mausoleum that's moving around and going ding dong, ding dong. It has a bunch of headless guys.
Anyway.
And a bunch of headless knights, so. Luckily, not like the headless monks from Doctor Who.
There's only a few snippets of that TV series that I have yet to see. All which from out of the internet, and I'm not even a, what did they call it, a Whovian?
Yeah.
Alrighty, arrived to the Fourth Church of America, laid down my sign.
Yep, let me deal with these bloody bats. And a couple more knights. Without the heads. I could always sound like the, that one entitled, brat from, the Three Musketeers, starring, Charlie Sheen. And also the guy who played, Robin in the Batman Forever movie. Let's see, what was it? I'm trying to think. Huh. Fourth Church American, nice. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, like I was saying, I could quote that one entitled character from that movie, where it's like, "Don't lose your head."
That or you would have gone with the Disney's Alice in Wonderland route. Preferably not the one with Johnny Depp.
I still thought that was a pretty good one. Alright. Fourth Church America is where I'm at. Remedy is still active. I'm right by the site of grace. Let me know when your sign's down.
Is your password still CD?
I moved it to C.
As have I. And still no connections made?
Still no sign of it at the Fourth Church right by the site of grace. Man. This is gonna end up being a solo area for me. That's
You're just hoping not. I mean, it's an outdoor area. It should be automatic.
I know.
Or if need be, we could just turn our attention to the north.
Fair enough. I was hoping to do some conquering down here. Especially taking on that minor Erd Tree avatar. Let's see. Kaled?
What section?
Let's see. Highway South?
On my way there.
Fast traveling. Hey, Olive. How's it going? Welcome. We're excited to see ya. Getting ready to go into Kaled and see that fun blasted area of plague and fire. Yeah. Quite the rotted area, honestly. I know. Corny, but...
Welcome to Fantasy Florida.
I actually called it Fantasy, we called it Fantasy, Australia.
That it is, but even so, one can change their mind.
Okay.
Both sides want to kill you.
Is your passwords changed over to the letter C?
It has.
Okay.
Now that you have arrived, laying down my sign.
Yep. A quick little rest of the site of grace till morning. Nighttime's always a pain in the butt with them bats. Even if this area is not a batty location. I know, cheesy. That musical, that wonderful magical tune. Oh! Kutamox decided to go weeaboo. As he would call it when I play with my samurai assassin character. He's bringing out his samurai. No relation to Samurai Jack, of course. Alright. Cool. Alright. The site of grace little stream that I'm seeing here tells us the next site of grace is at that church ahead. That'll be fun to see. Oh, hello. Really ugly. No, I'm not talking about your samurai. I'm talking about the dragon. That thing's gonna be on our combat list for the night as soon as he's awake. And he definitely looks like trouble. Did you not say he's using plague breath? Tamok? Yeah, I believe that thing's using plague breath, so that's going to be a fun interaction with... Oh, hello. Ooh. You hit it good and hard, don't you? That would have been a good critical moment. Corpse right there. Oh, another cookbook. It's a cookbook! A cookbook! Alright. Scare the healing. Means... Oh. You could deal with Sleeping Beauty over there. What level's your samurai at right now? Still there, Kutamok? Must be having comm difficulties again. Alright.
Mic test 1, 2.
There we go, now we hear you.
Anyway, in answer to your question, I have a question in turn.
Okay.
Side quest or main quest?
Side.
Alrighty then, I got one of two destinations in mind. But to do that, we have to head towards the smoldering wall to the north. The other route we could possibly take would be eastern section and come across a magical town riddled with ghosts.
East.
Take your pick.
Let's go east.
Understood. No, the inspiration for this character is a samurai's daughter.
Oh.
That no knot on her hair, and as you can see, there's a horrendous burn on her face. But a factor of a tragic past. She came to this land without a good memory. However, she is a samurai's daughter, and he wanted his daughter to be able to protect herself.
When it comes to narratives, you are badass.
Hardly a badass. I am an aspiring author, and therefore would dedicate as much free time as I could to the factor called world building.
Yeah. Which makes characters a lot more fun in these kind of games.
Then again, it would be no different than any other D&D player when they are in it for the first time. They would give the most elaborate detail what their character is all about. And if they're a veteran player, they say, "Oh, I invented a goblin mage called Hoko Fartbuckle."
Ooh, troll on the hill.
He tosses some bombs in our direction.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to outmaneuver him by sprinting in a direction he can't toss at.
Yeah. I've really got to ask this question straightforward first, though. I thought we were in Kaled, not High Hrothgar, or en route to it. Because seriously, a troll standing on a cliff edge, that is so Skyrim right there.
It would, but I think they missed the point of the sizes between the two creatures.
I know. One in Skyrim's about gorilla size, while this one is more a giant. Could always tell the bad joke of stoned
I'm
giant.
just gonna toss those in our direction anyway. Run.
Marionette down and yep. I am not retreating. I am advancing in a different direction. As my elder.
Used to be an Avenger.
As my
Used to be an
elder.
Avenger like you, but then I took an arrow to an elbow.
That's
But
close.
at least still be called a funny bone.
Ooh, that's funny. And oh, and there's a Jurassic Park moment right there.
The knuckle.
Na 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 na.
Now what? Did I give you a little neutering section? Look how far you've come.
My power level. Yep.
Alrighty then. We gotta converse with this gentleman right here.
Hello.
Oh, a pleasure to see you. A pleasure
This would
indeed.
be one of the longest running side quests, which would give way to a hidden boss.
Fun.
In my day, anyway. I'd hoped to ask a favor when one of your ilk came along. A strapping young tarnished, able to cross the scarlet swamp of Aeonia. Don't fret, I'll provide fine recompense. Should you accept, I will teach you the secret of Celia, the town you see there.
I'll hear you out.
Ah, then you are willing to lend a hand, are you? I need your help to heal a certain young girl. Her name is Millicent. You will find her beyond Celia, resting at the church atop the cliff, stricken by the rotting sickness. The rotting sickness that afflicts Millicent has no cure. When the Erd Tree flourished, even the demigods could not stave off its effects, despite their nigh godhood. But Millicent's suffering can be ameliorated. For this, you are to find a certain needle. Seek the deep scarlet swamp of Aeonia outside Celia's bounds. The needle, made from unalloyed gold, is lost somewhere there. First, you must find the unalloyed gold needle. It's hidden somewhere in the deep scarlet swamp of Aeonia. Then I will tell you, as promised, the secret of the town of Celia. First, you must find it's hidden somewhere in the deep scarlet swamp of Aeonia.
Alright, he's told me everything he'll tell me for right now.
Now we must traverse through this area.
Yep. Lead the way.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Trip,
Welcome,
how's
Trip.
it going? Welcome to the stream.
It's going great, guys. How you doing?
As of now, traversing through the fantasy equivalent of Australia.
Yep. Well, the
What?
Australia.
Sure.
Actually, let's. Since it's a magical town, would that make it Salem in Australia?
No, just this Celia, town of sorcery in Caelid.
Oh, okay. That is a lovely area. You're doing the.
If that's your definition of lovely, you need to have your eyes checked.
Well, he's
Now,
probably
you have
just
to- you
chillaxing
have-
right now.
Before you cut me down like that, you have to remember everything looks better than white now. Alright? That's my best.
Actually, I have an appropriate term for a white town.
Okay, hang on. Oh,
I don't think that you can
Yep.
say that on the internet.
Of course not.
what was it he said?
Yeah. No, you never.
Moving on.
So
Hang it.
Swan and Blacktown is.
I was gonna say back over here so I can heal you.
There's gonna be more enemies around the corner. I was taking care of them and nipping them in the butt.
Alright, right
No,
behind
I
you.
was
Hang on.
dropping in to see us. You guys play now.
Alright.
Dropped in to see if you need any help. If you're in Celia, you do not need help because that is a low-level area. That is annoying, but surmountable.
Here you go.
There
There's
are other places that I choose to help in. Celia, I do find that area insufferable. But it is what it is. It's what it is. Yeah, it's better than Blighttown.
true. I can imagine. Yep.
No, you cannot imagine Blighttown. How dare you? I'm just kidding.
I'll just say it as politely as I can. If you want to have a semblance of what Blighttown is like, just visit India.
Blighttown is worse than India because at least India has better frameworks. So it's a world with.
I did say I'd say it politely.
That did sound rather politely.
The problem with Blighttown is not just the fact that it's a very unforgiving stage. It's also, but they did make the things that made the hardest part about Blighttown.
Golden seed.
That were
Nice.
that killable. Like the people that give you the toxic fucking darts. Like you can kill them. They only die. They die.
Glad you're
once.
enjoying the
It's
fight, Olive. Yeah. We're fighting a bunch of cursed
Or
ghosts.
live streaming. Please remember that trick.
Oh yes, that's why I tried to use my
Yeah.
language the best I could. I figured as much. But Blighttown is.
We're not getting into children. Be freely and candid with your conversations.
Well, yes, but at the same time, I still want to unleash a flurry of expletives when it comes to one of the most deplorable
Parkour!
I don't know, and I don't mean that politically. The parts of the entire Souls series, anybody that is a Souls veteran will absolutely abhor Blighttown for the frame rate problems and everything else. It's horrible all the way around. Even in
Oh, hello.
remixed or remastered. Ouch.
Alright, you can go down, punk. Well,
I took care of that beetle for you. Now we have to unleash the seal within this location.
okay.
After that, some parkouring is required. If you're on horseback, you can easily traverse it from this rooftop to there, but we have to go by this overextended dead tree branch.
It's easier to do if you're playing by yourself and you have the horse, but it's not impossible to do.
A lot of parkouring is so much easier with Torrent.
Yes, it really is. But that doesn't mean that it should discourage anyone from playing online, because
Yeah.
back in the Dark Souls days, you had to run holding B, unless you changed the control configuration. There's a couple of things you had to jump, so you had to like run and then hold B and then double tap it to jump. Now when they actually gave you a jump button and they gave you a horse that can double jump, and spirit springs.
Alright,
it really
lighting the
opened game
flame.
up.
There we go.
I don't think
A
they
seal was broken
truly-
in town somewhere.
You have to do it at 2 other locations. Keep
Yeah.
on trip.
I don't think they
know.
did the best they could do with all of that. They opened so much up, but there's so much more. I mean, all of us Zelda fans and Castlevania fans, and that's always what I always thought was that Dark Souls was the natural Castlevania 2.0 or the Zelda mixed
I always
together.
saw it as a third-dimensional Metroidvania game.
Well, I mean that's kind of, that's a different way of saying the same thing. Metroidvania, I mean, I guess I get it, but I'm thinking about, I mean, I guess maybe you're too young to have played Ocarina of Time.
I was born in 91. I would have watched my siblings play it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I mean, I was I'm
Alright,
in a
where did you
very
go?
weird place that I have the original Zelda games, like the first two with the golden NES cartridges, and I got to play Link to the Past, but I wasn't allowed to play this and that because you mess up your dad's save, your uncle's save, or whatever. So then by the time that Ocarina of Time passed around, I had a PlayStation, and all my friends had 64s. So I mean, multiple times I rented that game. Never was able to beat it. I got as far as the Water Temple, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh my God. The Water Temple.
Yeah. I know my ex-wife definitely knows about that because she's a big Legend of Zelda fan.
Oh, I'm sorry to remind you of that, my
I'm not
friend, but it's
I'm not
as-
complaining. I'm just stating.
Well, I'm not,
She and I
I'm
still
not-
get along even after the divorce, so
Well, you have to if you're co-parenting that, and that shows
Yeah.
how much of the maturity that you got going on. And
Yeah.
just because someone that you divorced, the Legend of Zelda, if you grew up with it, is a
Hold on a sec, Trip.
great thing. Right, brother.
just so everyone is aware, I got lucky with getting the way my marriage ended up ending, to where pretty much like, hey, we see what the priority is, the kid involved, and also to the territory of
Definitely.
we knowing that what it happens to one affects the other, and yeah, so for those who can actually,
Role models
good.
and live by example.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
That
gotta have
that is a goal for anyone who ends up having a co-parent. Should hope to try and get. I know Mosley did not get that luckiness. I feel I've got such pity for my brother for that, just because. Okay, that's a funny.
You live and learn.
Are we being invaded, Quatemok?
Yes.
I
I
did-
plan to ambush.
I did not notice.
Do I need to fucking? I can't help you right now, but
No.
that
No
upsets me.
worries. We had several PvP matches and were actually quite successful.
Yeah,
Much to
and
Red Zone surprise.
I hope that I.
and we've also run into some people who are very friendly, like our friend who went and guided us through Storm Castle, and
Well, I
they
showed you,
literally
like,
were just showing us
values
around
and
and being
showing
immortal.
respect means a lot.
Yeah,
Does.
we gave them big
Yeah, I mean,
respect.
and nobody believes that shit. They're like, "Oh, you shouldn't bow to somebody. Fuck them. They invaded me." It's like, no, like 9 times out of 10, like if you bow to somebody and they bow back, like they know that, like, dude, that's the people. That's is like, and this is what I've loved about Elden Ring being this old now, is that all the jabronis have wormed their way into another game. It's they've given up. Like all the people who wouldn't bow to you, like the people that are left are people that generally respect the game, and on some level, right? I mean, come on, it's been out for two and a half years. People care now,
Yeah.
and those rules always meant something. I know you know, Katemuk, you didn't experience that.
Ooh,
I experienced
he's
that,
searching
and,
around like, where the
Yes,
heck are they?
So I've been dealing like for a day.
Hold
You
on a
forget he
sec,
can turn his
Trip.
camera around.
Yeah, Trip.
Hey.
Found it.
Yeah, what's
we're
up, brother?
we're currently evading this invader. They're literally confused as where we are. They pulled out their periscope to try and get a sight for where we are. He's like, "Where the heck are you guys?"
Yeah, that makes for good TV. But you know me, dude. I bow, and dude, I don't have any problem with people that like to do what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
I bow, and like we either fight honorably or I use the cheapest methods, and that's what. Honestly, anybody that wants to fight with honor, you bow. Okay, that's the
Mhm.
rules. And
Yeah, and-
if you don't, then that's cool. Then you use the cheapest, and you destroy people with something that is
Even on you.
absolutely ridiculous that you shouldn't use in honorable PvP. But there's plenty of weapons. There's plenty of other gimmicks that you could do. Like there's so many different tricks that you can.
And looks
especially
like
with
this
the
guy
new
is not one
DLC
for
weapons.
honor. This one is not one for honor. He did not bow in return.
Then he's
Get him.
horrible.
Yep.
I
Which
mean,
means
I mean-
we show no honor, for you show us none.
No, that's when you gank somebody, because now they allow that. Back in the day, they did not allow that. It was just so much harder to fight it.
And this guy's trying to go Wolverine style, but in heavy armor.
That's, well, first of all, like I told
He looks like
that
he looks like he's using the Dwemer armor from Skyrim almost.
That's the malformed dragon armor.
Well, that's why I always like to keep weapon and offhand, because Nobody like you have a rapier or a big sword.
He's definitely
You can
dodgy.
just pot somebody.
He's got a lot of health because I'm not doing much in the way of smacks on him.
Does anybody have bombs to throw at him or anything goofy just to throw him on? That's
Wow,
like
rapid fire potion heal.
He's only wasting away what he's
Backing
already
up, backing up.
Just take your time.
Blood loss. No worries. He can settle me back at the same location.
Nobody has anything else better to do than whoop his ass.
Yep, come on.
Black flame user.
Yep.
Oh, the black flame stuff. Just remember if you gimmick up, just make sure that you wait till that effect ends before you use your healing. I think it's kind of useless unless you're really gonna
Alright.
fuck somebody out, but
Yeah, this guy's...
well, excuse my French.
Alright.
I do consider myself quite the duelist. Not that I have the best record.
Alright, this guy's definitely making this a bit interesting. He's running around.
Then back up. Don't chase him, dude. Don't chase him. He's gonna run.
Yeah, he ran to try and get a his healing spell.
No, let him heal everything. Just keep healing. Y'all just pass back. Run back. And wait, and if you really want to piss him off, you guys both do some type of you do a little
Cheese.
gimmicky. No, you sit down. You sit down, or bow, or whatever. You do a thing. Like,
Alright,
roll
punk. Let's go.
You can even wave him forward or whatever. But since you're both fighting him at the same time, it's called ganking, so you can't.
Well,
certain.
Kutemok fell already, so... Now it's just me and him.
And he
No,
has
just
kept
you
me
with
in
him.
between the ground and the tree, and the tree doesn't offer much dodging room.
Yeah.
Well, you let yourself be lured into that
Yes,
particular
Indeed,
part.
indeed.
And that's something that you gotta learn. That's what's cool about these battles is you know, after you have about 1 million more of them, I mean,
Alright, come on. Let's keep...
But dude, you've seen how many times I've been destroyed. I mean, I'm not acting like I'm the master. You see me get my ass kicked many times. I even jumped off. It didn't even kill
Backing
me. I
off,
just
backing
jumped
off.
Or something, you know?
Woo!
And that's what makes this game great. Is, I mean, even if you've been playing it for years, you can still make a mistake and it can cause you direct doom. I mean, it's just that simple. That's what makes this game great.
Alright, and he and I are definitely... He brought out rocks.
Uh-oh. Throwing the gravity magic at He's gonna rock out with it.
Woo!
Monetize you. Now we gotta get you guys on balance.
And he got me in the end. And
Hey, dude.
and did a quick
But you
teabag. It's like, yeah! Like, okay, good for you,
But
punk.
look,
Good for
are
you.
you a Star Trek fan? Remember Worf.
Yes,
no
I'm a
better
Star
way
Trek
to
fan.
die than in battle.
Alright, Stake of America. I'm headed over there. Where I'll res at.
You'll basically be at the actual entrance of the town, and simply just recognize the landmarks and make your way up.
Fair enough. I'll meet you at the top of the stairs.
Died in battle like
Man.
a man. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The question is, what cause?
He managed to...
There's no cost. There's
yeah,
no cost.
He managed
I mean,
to
that's
wear
the
me
cool
down
thing
with
about
those
Dark Souls.
dual
Not
claws.
cost. C-A-U-S-E.
What
Oh, the
caused
cause.
the fall?
Well, the cause
Yeah.
was is simple. The bloodshed of someone that likes to invade. Which I mean, he made a victim out of you. Which is it's fun to do. It's not my fun. I don't enjoy doing that. I don't have the patience for it. Now
Yeah.
you remember when the first time that you and I got invaded Kutemok is remember the elevator gimmick? When the guy like you were like we both he was on an elevator and back and forth and you know and you're like in a corner and I don't know if you videoed it or not, but it was hilarious. Why don't you use the Veil of America to make yourself, hidden?
Yeah.
And then me and him were in a
Alright.
elevator.
Okay, let's see. There's your sign. Here's your sign.
But that's why it's important to have
Oh,
really
shit.
good PvP builds available. Because there are PvE builds and there are PvP builds.
Didn't realize that ghost followed me. Oh well. That took care of it.
Now, for the layman out there on the interwebs, if you don't invite somebody to your game, you'll never get invaded other than your scheduled NPC invasions. But once you ask for real-world help, you'll have real-world opposition.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just, and it's going to scale against the host level and the host level of their weapon. I don't know the ratio or the exact science, but that's the way it works. So just watch out, folks. I mean, it's sometimes it might be just easier to play by yourself. Sorry.
I can understand that. I just enjoy the co-op for the story. It makes it more fun.
Yeah, but the beginning of the game can be insufferable if a bunch of trolls are on and they're just like they have in-game weapons.
Yeah, at least he was not dumb enough to tackle that Golden Knight within his first emergence.
How many
I'm just talking about
How many people
gankers.
are
I'm just talking about gankers.
unwise enough to do that? I wonder.
First timers or Dark Souls veterans says, I'm extra into these games just to be easy.
Oh, hello.
No, I did try it.
Undead soldiers.
Like, wow, I did 10 damage and he did 5 damage. Like, instant kill, 1 hit. If I can live through 1 hit, I can beat something. As long as they don't
Crap.
hit more than once.
Undead guys.
I know a guy who would beat the entirety of the Dark Souls 1 game with nothing but a broken straight sword.
Oh, I mean, people can do that. That's, a lot of that's based on, like, glitching.
It's no, he did everything with a single unenhanced broken straight sword.
Dude, but if it takes like some of the fights you send, where I mean, it's cool if you're that good, you can dodge 1,000,000 times. Or if you fight somebody that is good, or like you've got the computer down. To me, I like a good
There we
challenge,
go.
but I not the ultimate challenge. Like I'm not.
You're not seeking a death wish. You're just seeking a good fight.
Exactly. And I mean, dude, there's people out there there's a guy out there I read about. He beat all of the Souls series without taking a hit. And if he did take a hit, start back from the beginning.
Yep, that's what I told.
Yeah.
That's what I told.
That is too much. I mean, that's a
Down
cool
you go,
challenge.
undead.
And if you got
Makes you wonder if Elden Ring was created with that guy in mind.
I mean, that's no, but no, he
That would be
really
interesting.
literally beat every single game without ever getting one. I'm just saying. Look, I just think that there are other video games that
Oh, critical!
touch and grab.
And that saved you from that boulder.
Anything is possible, but I can give you the good averages. What a good build is, or what a good idea. But no, like not like I can't no hit the game with a broken sword. I'll never, and I'll never know if I'm that good because I'll never try.
Uh-oh, here comes the ball. Wow. We got
That's what she said.
someone's dropping the ball over here.
And I'm already pressing on ahead.
Yeah.
Those are just one-offs as you ascend. If you were on horseback, you would be panic and get hit with it anyways.
At least it's not like the one in the Magic
Oh,
Academy.
you're running up the hill, huh? Up to the place where you fight what's your name?
Millicent.
Yes, one of my favorite NPCs. If you're Captain Saba, she should be top of your list.
Hold on a sec. Is that an enhanced katana or a basic one? Potamok.
The answer is yes.
I was asking for a fun reason. Half tempted
You're
to.
messing around with a katana now.
Well, he's using a samurai girl, so. Ow.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's an interesting build.
Diversity.
Less diversity and more like, I'm just gonna roll with it.
True.
No,
I mean, it's not like this game is gonna be the next Concord.
Yeah, I was asking for. I was asking for a particular reason, Potamok, about that katana, because I still got that one that Austin gave me last week.
I wouldn't get crazy about thinking that it's a really good build to use. Katanas are good, but as far as it being like, it's one of those things like you gotta think about fighting NPCs, and you gotta think about fighting PvPs.
Give me a second, let me pull out for examination which one I'm talking about.
Well, try it, and you guys.
Here's what.
You want.
Okay, depends on how your arcane ability, stats are for your samurai. What was gifted to me last week by my buddy? Oh, sorry, by a coworker of mine. Rivers of Blood.
Yeah,
he literally gifted.
Brony fucking thing you could use.
That was nerfed so much, as I understand, a few years back.
Yeah, because all the losers wanted because it was overpowered. And I stayed away from it because of that reason. Like, I never bleed in all the games.
Here I am just offering to let him borrow it.
No, I gave bunches away because I beat so many people gave them to me. I gave them away to people because you're really good at the game. You shouldn't use something like that. It's not fair. It's just not fair to people. If you really if you're good at the game and you know how to use it, you should not use exploited weapons. You should use something else and come up with your own way to still win battles without using an exploitive weapon.
NPC.
Okay, don't converse with her just yet.
That's just my opinion.
We have to explore this area a bit more.
Yeah, true.
But the thing is that okay, arcane is what it is. You're gonna turn yourself into a one-trick pony, and then dude, even
if need be, you could use Millennia's bathwater as a weapon against your opponents.
Even in the beginning, I didn't get tore up by that many people by the shit that I was telling you, using a rapier and a whip, and I'm like, dude,
contacts.
That's my weakest build is my first build. Like the magic build, things you can beat with weapons. It just, you really
ended Centurion.
Need it or not? I mean, it's what everybody says is the most badass position. A lot of weapon combinations out there. Tapping into that are fantastic, dude.
All right. Ooh. Hello.
And what I was gonna say.
Time. Okay, hang on a second.
You guys need to do.
I say timeout and he don't listen. Alright, so hang on a second. Bringing over to fun little screen wide. People need to promote. You can subscribe to the channel while I take a look at message I just got.
I'm just saying. They've got 3 different Coliseums.
Yeah.
You guys could get in there and try different builds against each other and make great videos.
Yep.
Doing so. And trying everything out, different combinations, and really learning.
Hey, how's it going, Austin?
What's up,
Hey,
Joe?
brother.
Welcome. Elden Ring stream.
I'm trying to talk them guys into getting
He's trying to set up a fight club, essentially.
getting a fight club going on.
Rule 1 about
Well,
Fight
you broke the
Club,
first
man.
rule, then.
You don't talk about Fight Club.
That's how I got good in DS2, brothers. You gotta tell somebody about it. They have people show up. Listen,
I was trying to make a joke.
Bit, man.
I was trying to
I
make a
would,
joke.
but hey, man, neither one of us got the skill. I don't think of none of those. Why?
Well, you can't help it. We make some pop culture references here and there.
Yeah.
Oh no, I like that movie.